Welcome. In this recording I am going to construct a killa using rubbish and various dollar store goodies. The idea I had for this killa was to construct it in a way that it's like 3 tank turrets stacked on top of each other that spin all independently, and having that walking around on a pair of legs. So for the top turret, I'm using this failed gun I made in one of my previous projects off camera. It was made using a bootleg Lego, a straw, and a part of a pen. So now that the first turret's done, I'm going to start preparing to make the second one. After taking my measurements using a pen, clip it open, flip open the flap to make like a little door. So now I get the saw and I'm going to cut this pen shorter. I had a bit of trouble sawing all the way through it, so I'm just going to bend it open and use my clippers. And then I sand it down using this nice little nail file I got in the kit that I also got the sprue clippers from. Fits like a glove. I'm just going to hot glue it because it's faster. Unfortunately, I did not catch that very well on the camera. Now that the second turret is done, I'm preparing to make the third. But first I'm going to attach the first 2 turrets to each other. First thing I do is I get my hot glue gun for the initial gluing. Unfortunately, part of it falls out. Now I super glue around it so that it's a more sturdy bond. Now I'm going to glue the rest of the turret, just with super glue this time. And I grab my baking soda to speed it up. Now I'm trying to figure out how to bond these 2 turrets together. So I glue in my not Lego. So for the final gun barrel, I'm going to use this thicker pen tube. after I clean up the area and check to see if it fits. Sand it down so that the glue adheres better, and attach it. Now that the final turret is done, I have a problem. I need to make sure that there's a sturdy connection, so I'm going to cut open this popsicle stick and get myself some support. Now that it's in, it should be an easy connection. Gonna just dab hot glue all over the place so that we get a good connection, because I don't want this falling apart. Sand down this Lego for the waist. Clip off the nubs so that I can put some detail on it later. Now I'm going to get some corrugated cardboard and cut it. This will look like corrugated metal when I'm done painting it. The way I made this is I got some cardboard from an Amazon box, soaked in water and pulled off a layer. Now I'm going to do something that smells really bad, but it makes the cardboard harder. I'm going to soak it in super glue so that it becomes solid like plastic. Now I'm getting one of my old sprues and I'm going to use this to make the first half of the leg joint. Now that I'm done clipping those, I'm going to sand them down. Should probably be using the rougher grit. Now with the first half of the legs on, I'm going to clip off the ends of the popsicle sticks to add a little bit of detail. so that it looks like they're more attached to the body. I'm going to use the hot glue gun because it works well with wood. Now I'm going to wrap this gun around in corrugated cardboard so that it has more detail. Now I'm going to use some cardstock. You can get this from a cereal box or your various model kit boxes. My eyes. At this point, the super glue fumes were hurting my eyes and my nostrils. I recommend that you do this in a well ventilated area. Now I'm cutting up some more popsicle sticks to use for the lower half of the legs. Give it a quick dip in some baking soda to speed it up. Gonna scramble around and get these two bricks. They're gonna be the feet because I'm lazy. Sprinkle all the cocaine off of them, and they're good. Now I'm going to reinforce this cardstock with some super glue to make it solid like plastic. I'm going to quickly greeble this area with some more popsicle stick pieces because I thought this area looked a bit naked. Now we're going to use this cardstock to construct some shin guards just in case this killa decides to go skateboarding. Now I'm going to use this ink tube to make the lower half of the piston. And a paper clip for the other half. Now, I'm about to make a mistake. I'm going to use the sprue clippers on them, which actually damages them. Don't use your sprue clippers to cut paper clips. It'll dent the blade. Instead, use the clipping part of needle nose pliers. They're a lot more tough. Now what I'm doing is I'm holding the paper clip inside of the ink cartridge and dripping super glue inside of them. Now attach these two pistons behind the knees and you got a perfectly good leg. Stick it on the base and we're pretty much done. Now I'm going to clean up this mess and start painting. Gonna do a zenithal highlight with some black and some army painter metallic paint. Wow, that was fast. Gonna paint this cobalt blue because it's good luck. I'm not going to thin down my paint because I want the paint job to look sloppy and run down. Now, I'm going to paint avoiding the edges so that the paint looks like it's been chipped off or painted on sloppily by a goblin. Painting up the butt. Gonna paint the top of this gun yellow for some caution stripes. Now I'm going to carefully draw a checker pattern on the middle gun. Now that the yellow and white have dried, I'm going to complete the patterns. Here I'm going to make another mistake. I shouldn't have cut this sponge brush because it's actually the perfect size for the scale I'm doing. The caution stripes would have been perfectly fine if I just use it as is. If I wanted to make bigger caution stripes, then cutting it would have been the right option. But I decided it's good enough for government work, so I just fix it up with my brush and call it good. Gonna use this Vallejo diorama effects paint for the texturing on the base. Now we're going to use some orange and burnt sienna I got from the dollar store mixed with water to make a rust wash. Now that it's done, put it on the shelf. Thanks for watching.